Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to really dig into our sources and pull out what matters most.
That's right.
And today, well, it's a bit different. We're doing a deep dive into something quite unique.
Definitely unique.
Our source isn't, a huge report or a bunch of articles. It's actually just one
A
document.
single document, yeah.
It's called Medvedev's Nuclear Rhetoric, a presidential inquiry. And it captures this very direct question from a U.S. president. So our mission today is really to unpack that question and the massive context around it, all from this one source.
And it hinges on some pretty strong language.
It really does. Surprisingly direct, involving the N-word, nuclear, as the source actually phrases it. Quite something.
It grabs your attention, for sure.
Okay, so let's get right into it. This
Yeah.
document, it's this direct inquiry from a U.S. president, and the way it's worded is pretty stark. It lays the concern right out there.
No beating around the bush.
Exactly. Here's the quote. I heard former President Medvedev from Russia calmly throwing around the N-word, nuclear, and saying that he and other countries are going to transfer nuclear warheads to Iran.
Wow. Just laid out like that.
Yeah. You can sort of feel the weight behind that question, can't you? And then the president immediately follows up, wanting clarity, like right now,
Urgently.
asking, did he really say that or did I just imagine it?
That second part is telling, too. Or did I just imagine it? Shows the potential disbelief, maybe.
Right. And then the very clear instruction, if he really said that and it is confirmed, please let me know. It's just incredibly direct, a high-level check.
And that's what's so incredibly significant here. It's not just what was asked, but who was asking and how.
The president himself.
Exactly. A U.S. president personally asking for verification on
Yeah.
this scale. That's not a small thing.
Yeah.
An inquiry like that, it basically triggers an immediate, massive response. You're talking multiple intelligence agencies dropping other things.
All hands on deck, essentially.
Pretty much. It just highlights how critical getting accurate intel is, especially for, real-time decisions at that level. Huge resources get diverted to check out this one piece of information.
And the information itself, the idea of transferring nuclear warheads to Iran specifically.
Well, yeah, that's monumental, given the whole history with Iran's nuclear program, the international agreements like the Non-Proliferation Treaty.
It breaks all the rules, basically.
It challenges the absolute core of non-proliferation efforts. A move like that, or even the credible threat of it, could cause global panic. It could unravel decades of diplomacy.
And potentially spark an arms race.
Absolutely. In a region that's already, let's face it, incredibly volatile. And Medvedev, his statements, even the rhetorical ones, they're usually seen as pretty calculated.
So him calmly throwing around the N-word, as the inquiry puts it.
It suggests potentially a deliberate test, maybe testing reactions, signaling a willingness to, escalate things. It really shows the delicate power balance.
And the constant tension around nuclear weapons.
Precisely.
Yeah.
But, and this is so important for you listening, remember what this document is. It's an inquiry.
Right. A request for verification.
Exactly. It's not confirmation that Medvedev actually said this. It's about that urgent need at the very highest levels to sort out fact from rumor, from maybe deliberate disinformation.
Okay, so let's recap quickly. We've looked at this really powerful, direct question from a U.S. president trying to verify something allegedly said by former Russian President Medvedev about nuclear warheads and Iran.
A snapshot of high-stakes communication.
Definitely. It really is. So as we wrap up, here's something to think about. What does this kind of inquiry, just the act of it happening at the presidential level, tell you about global communication right now?
Yeah, what does it suggest?
What does it say about maybe the flood of information out there, how hard it is to verify things, even when you're, at the very top?
And how much can ride on just one alleged statement?
Exactly. How much global stability might hang in the balance based on words that might or might not have even been said? Makes you really question how we know what we know in this world, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Yeah.
A lot to chew on there.